myself and Trevor and Martin Ferris and Katherine Reilly did a huge amount of meetings in rural Ireland over a year. I think we might have done as many as 80 meetings, and spent days in rural parts of the country, and also took submissions from the north. And this document is reflection of what people who live in rural Ireland, people in the farming community, people in the small business sector, carers, small town and village dwellers, shopkeepers, people working in the agri industry, and also in the fishing industry, in the hospitality industry. And there's a real feeling, even though farming has been doing very well this year, that the government policies are undermining rural life. And I was making the point the other day that the policies of austerity, which the government has very enthusiastically been part of, run totally contrary to the spirit of an event such as this. Because this is the meitheal, this is neighbour helping neighbour, this is couthar negotiation. So what people are looking and what we're arguing for is for government policies to be rural proofed. That before government brings forward a policy, that it looks at the social consequences of that policy. We're looking for the government to put together a proper jobs retention fund that will assist folks who live in rural Ireland to stay in rural Ireland and to be in employment. We're looking for a strategy to be developed to bring people back from emigration. You know, I was very taken when we were doing, particularly in Roscommon, Clare and in Leitrim, when we were doing meetings, that you had in a real vivid way the effects of emigration. That people were coming in to talk to us, and maybe out of 10 or 11 people there might have been 40 young people, brothers, sisters, members of the local GA club who were off in Brisbane or Melbourne or Toronto or in London or Manchester. So the government needs to bring in policies which are actually about bringing those folks back home. In terms of that sector of rural Ireland which is represented by agriculture, we need to remind ourselves that agriculture is a huge piece of our economy. We commend the Minister for the work he's been doing with Michelle O'Neill in the north. That's, we think, one of the good positive signs, and that was particularly the case during the horse meat scandal, where they came together in a very clear, cohesive way. But more needs to be done. We think that there needs to be more support for small farmers. We think there needs to be more support to keep people on the land, particularly young people who have no great incentive to get involved in farming. So this document contains a synopsis of some of those recommendations, and we intend to argue that in the upcoming period and to keep that engagement going.